Open any Canadian investing forum, and within 5 minutes, somebody is shouting, just buy VFV, like it's the answer to everything. So, this is my honest VFV ETF review. Cheap, simple, been winning. But by the end, one question tells you whether it belongs in your portfolio or whether you're making a giant bet you don't even know you're making. Full disclosure. I dodged this exact decision. My core sits in a globally diversified fund with a small tech slice on the side. But I spent months staring at VFV first, so let's do this properly. VFV is Vanguard's S&P 500 Index ETF, the 500 biggest US companies, the Apples, Microsofts, and Amazons of the world, in one ticker, traded in Canadian dollars. The fee is a rounding error, roughly 0.09% a year. A typical bank mutual fund charges around 2% on 100 grand. That's about $90 versus 2,000 every single year. And the performance? The S&P 500 has been the neighborhood show-off for a decade, up around 27% in the past year alone. Cheap, simple, and winning. You can see why the forums love it. So, case closed, just buy VFV. Not quite. Here's the part every forum comment conveniently skips, and it's the whole ballgame. VFV is 100% United States, 0 Canada, 0 international, 0 bonds, one country's stock market carrying your entire financial future. It gets tighter. The top 10 companies, mostly mega cap tech, make up roughly a third of the whole index. 10 stocks quietly steering everything. And here's the sneaky one. VFV trades in loonies, but holds US stocks. If the Canadian dollar climbs, your returns shrink, even when the S&P 500 goes up. Almost nobody mentions the currency part. Compare that to a one-ticket fund like VEQT, the whole world, US, Canada, international, thousands of stocks, in one ticker, auto-rebalanced. VFV is a bet on one country. VEQT is a bet on all of them. But the US always wins. It has lately. That's what recency bias sounds like. And even Vanguard's own fine print warns that one country's index is not a diversified investment. So here's the question from the top. Is VFV a slice of your plate or the whole meal? As a piece of a diversified portfolio, it's excellent, dirt cheap US exposure. As 100% of a beginner's portfolio, you're letting 10 American tech companies dictate your retirement. My honest verdict, VFV is a fantastic tool and a risky religion. Own it on purpose as a piece of a plan, not by default because a forum told you to. Now be honest, what percent of your portfolio is US right now? Drop the number in the comments. I want to see how all in this comment section is. If you're leaning one ticket instead, my VEQT versus XEQT breakdown is up next. Subscribe so you don't lose it.